Hey, Jordan, have you looked on the channel recently?
Okay.
Hello true believers and welcome back to Sight to Astonish. Now, you guys have been busy in the comments of that Fortnite skins video, and today I'm going to be looking at some of the comments that stuck out to me the most. We have 10 in total, and some of these are seriously good. So first off, I have a comment from Mahengi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. We need more Spider-Man villains in the game, like Lizard, Sandman, Dr. Octopus, as well as other villains like Red Skull or maybe even a Maestro Hulk. Now, this is something I can't believe I did not think about. These guys would be incredible to get in the game. We already have plenty of Lizard characters in Fortnite, so I think it would be no difficulty getting Doc Connors in there. And on top of that, I think there was already a rumored Doc Ock skin coming sometime this season, so hopefully we get to see that. Next up, we've got Squall Reviews 788, Ultron from What If, T'Challa from What If, as well as Loki in a TVA outfit, a Sentinel, human-sized or Thanos-sized, Peely Deadpool to go with Peely Vereen, even though a fish stick version is already coming, and lastly, a Bye 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 emote and an X-Men theme for Fortnite Festival. Yeah, I gotta agree, I think we really do need some rep for What If, and I can't believe we don't already have some, and I think a Sentinel would be absolutely awesome, considering the fact that we already have a model for a Sentinel in this game that was back in the original Marvel season, and we have its head as a backbling, so I'm surprised we don't already have a Sentinel character in game. And I'm shocked we did not get that Bye 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 emote or jam track in the Deadpool and Wolverine bundle. It feels like something that was necessary to have alongside of that, since it's so tied to the movie at this point in popular culture. And an X-Men animated theme would be absolutely awesome to have, as well as possibly an X-Men animated emote. I don't sort of know what form that would take. Maybe let me know in the comments below if you guys have got ideas, but I would love to see that as an emote. I would possibly think maybe like it would be character based and you'd see a character like a flyby like they do in the intro. I think that could be really cool. That is another great comment, I have to say. Next, we have a comment from Connor 1018X. Skins I would like to see are Winter Soldier, The Punisher, Vision, Fantastic Four, Dark Ark, Black Cat, Sandman, Scarlet Spider, Ultron, Nightcrawler, Yelena, Red Guardian, and Beast. Now, Connor has given us some really good skins, but unfortunately I won't be able to talk about all of them right here today, so I picked out a few choice ones that I'd really like to see in game. The first one is obviously the Scarlet Spider. Of course, I love Spider-Man, so I'd love to see another Spider-Man skin in the game, and also I think it is a classic Spidey suit, and I think there could be so many cool locker bundles that you could put together for this character. It would be insane. Next, I have Beast, and I would love to see Beast. I can't believe I didn't think of that before. He's absolutely amazing, and having a full X-Men team containing, you know, the Dark Phoenix, Cyclops, Gambit, Rogue, Jubilee, Colossus, and Beast could be really cool. You could have like a really cool creative lobby, or you could just select those characters to make one really solid X-Men team. I think that would be absolutely amazing, and I'd love to see his claws as a pickaxe as well. And I've got to say, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I've only looked at a few of the skins suggested here, and all of them are some really good skins that I'd love to see added. The next one we have here is from Tom to Go 9. I really want comic versions of the MCU skins we've got. Also, I would love if we got an item shop classic Thor. True, this is absolutely amazing. It would be amazing if we got some classic Marvel characters, especially in their original styles, you know, something a little bit more stylized rather than the gorgeous way that Fortnite currently does it. Even though it's a gorgeous stylization, I think it would be really cool to see the original version of these characters brought to screen. We don't really have many characters like that in Fortnite already. I mean, the only one we've really got is Wolverine, and he's in his original sort of styles in the original Chapter 2 Season 4 skin, but it's not this sort of pen and ink style I'm really thinking of when I read comic book versions of the skins that we've already got. I really do think we could get some really cool styles here, and I think we could get some really nice versions of these skins, and it would basically just print money for Epic anyway, so I'm surprised they haven't already done it. The next comment we have is from Logan B Gaming. I want a Sandman skin. I don't know what his backbling could be, but his pickaxe could be a hammer made of sand that could come out of his arm. And yeah, I think this would be amazing. It's really cool of an idea to have a Sandman skin that has the sand come out of his arm as a pickaxe. I think that's just the go-to idea if you're doing Sandman, to be honest. It's really well pointed out here. Sandman is a skin that could be absolutely awesome. Imagine having a Sinister Four in Fortnite. I mean, we've already got quite a few of Spider-Man villains, but I think it would be really cool to see like Sandman in here as well, considering the fact that he's a villain that most people think of when they think of Sandman nowadays, whether it be because of the Raimi movies or just because of how popular he is in comics currently. And he doesn't even have to be added as a villain, as Sandman has been a hero in the past, but I think it could be really cool to finally have him in the game, especially if he'd had like a sandstorm emote or something with that. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I think it could really work out for him, especially if you did like a basic human form and then a sand form as one of his selectable styles, sort of like, again, like the Venom transformation emote that I always harken back to because it's such a good emote. And I think this could be really cool, and it could possibly be sold as a massive bundle of Spider-Man villains if they re-release any other Spider-Man villains. Our next comment is from Chunky Toad. We just got into the MCU, but here's my idea. I think the guard guy in Asgard would be a fire skin. I forgot his name, Lamau, but we could get his sword as a mythic that's a melee attack weapon, but it has a secondary effect that allows you to activate the rift, symbolizing the gates to the other realms. I think he could also get a secondary style where he's frozen, because he wouldn't really have a suitable pickaxe, so he's more fluff For the glider, I think the stairway ones like Magneto's could be really cool. That's the Rainbow Bridge. Back bling, I can't really think of anything, but maybe just something random. Thoughts? Now, the character I think Chonky is talking about is Heimdall, and yeah, I gotta agree. A Heimdall skin could be really cool, as we don't really have much early MCU rep in Fortnite. It's mostly the stuff from later movies, so I think it'd be really cool to see him. And also, the ideas that are presented here are pretty good. I mean, having a melee weapon would be awesome to finally have another Infinity Blade style weapon back in Fortnite. At least I think it was called the Infinity Blade. But something like that could be really cool to have back in Fortnite. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like to see more powers like that, more Marvel powers that we don't have in this season. Personally, I'd like to see Ms. Marvel, as I think she could have a really cool power set that could work quite well in the game, especially for destroying builds and knocking players. For our next commenter, we have Anonymous 19548. I swear they need to hire someone like you and me to come up with new Marvel skins. There's so much specific stuff I want to see, like Ultimate Spider-Man. I'd love a new Daredevil based on Mark Waid's run. Cell-shaded, of course. First off, thank you for your lovely words, Anon. It would be really cool to work at some place like Epic, but I don't think it'll happen, as these are just sort of loose, baseless ideas that aren't really taking into account how the actual game is made or developed. But yeah, you're right. Epic does need to start hiring some more fans for these skins because they've been lacking recently. But yeah, I think we're long overdue for a new Daredevil skin, as the only one we have is the old one from ages ago, and the Man Without Fear really deserved a brand new look, and the style suggested here is absolutely incredible. I have nothing else to add because I think genuinely, just if we had a new style of Daredevil that was based much closely in comics, I really think we could just get a really cool new one. I don't think the bundle would need to change all that much because we already have a pretty solid Daredevil bundle. I'd just like to see maybe a new glider and possibly a new emote with him that does radar vision, because that could be really cool to see in game. Our next comment is from Spade Nuke 1142. A really unlikely one I want is Death's Head, with a built-in emote to swap any of his swappable hands for a pickaxe, and a back bling that's his cape with the rest of his gear sitting on it. My other slightly more realistic pick is SP-DR, as it would most likely be the closest thing to Evangelion in Fortnite. Now, I don't actually know who Death's Head is, and I had to Google him for this video, but he has an amazing character design, and I don't think we will see him in Fortnite, but if we did, he would be an incredible addition. He kind of reminds me of The Max, which is a different comic book character who has a similar face to how Death's Head does, but he has a very cool design that's so 90s, it's almost painful. Along with this, I would also really like to see that Penny Parker spider skin. I mean, she's in Marvel Rivals right now, but I think it'd be really cool to get a spider skin in the game, and possibly a variant that's the Venom style that also exists in that. Because yes, those comics are directly inspired by Evangelion, and were written by Gerard Way, I believe. Very cool, but I think that's another spider character that could be really useful in Fortnite, and also pretty cool because I absolutely love robot characters too, and I think they should really add it because I like robot characters too. From BitchIro4278. I'd love new versions of the Guardians of the Galaxy. An entire team is split between MCU and comic designs, and then Star-Lord is just a cosplay. And yeah, this is really sad and really true. We have a massive, over-expensive bundle, if you ask me, for the rest of the Guardians, Gamora and Star-Lord who were just chucked to the wayside, and Rocket is just a back bling. But I would love to see a new version of these characters, possibly in that space sort of police suit that, there was a style for in the Guardians game. I think that could be really cool. Sort of like the full Guardians uniform, or possibly the new Guardians uniform that appeared in the MCU recently. That could also be pretty cool too. But I do think we need a brand new bundle that is all the characters together, and I wouldn't mind seeing that in the store, but it'd also be a pretty cool one that's paid. But at the moment, I don't think it'd be really cool to have it at the same price as the current one is, because 3 characters for that much money is quite a lot. I feel like that should really be all of the characters for that money. It's very expensive, but it's a decent bundle. But yeah, Bitch Arrow is completely right. We should definitely have a new version of the Guardians that we can actually use in game, that we don't have to spend ridiculous V-Bucks in order to get. And it would also help if they weren't randomly split between different bundles, because it's almost impossible to get all of them nowadays. I mean, I haven't seen Gamora in the item shop for ages, and the Star-Lord skin is quite depressing comparative to the rest of the skins that we have currently, so definitely those skins need an update and a refresh. And our final comment for this video is from ZombieBoy2017. I think it'd be really cool if they included another shapeshifter from Marvel, like Morph for example. It would just be cool to have a transform emote. I feel like that doesn't belong behind a battle pass. And yeah, you're completely correct here. A transform emote that is locked behind a battle pass is quite pay to win, especially when there are henchmen from the most recent seasons that it's super easy to trick other players into acting like, and it is a current issue in Fortnite right now that players are using Mystique and transforming into the bodyguards, and it is actually genuinely tricking real players, and that is an issue because it makes the game more pay to win than it should be. Now, I don't want to go on a massive tirade and claim that that's the only reason we need a skin like this, but I do think is a big reason as to why a skin like Morph should be in the game. It's a wonderful idea to have Morph because he's very recently been in a very popular recent TV show that everyone has practically seen clips from, especially if you're in the Marvel fandom. So having him in Fortnite, especially again to round out more of the X-Men characters, would be really, really useful. But yeah, I think that's really cool. But true believers, that is all I have time for in this video. There were so many amazing comments that unfortunately I could not showcase today. If you guys have more questions, I'd love to see them. But also, I'd like to pose a question of what DC skins would you like to see? Because it seems like there's a dwindling DC skin community, and honestly, we haven't had a new one in a very long time. So I wonder what DC skins you guys would like to see. And thank you all very much for all the support we've had on our previous set of videos, and also the amount of subscribers that we've had recently. It means a lot, and it's insane to see all of you guys clicking through and enjoying this content, and I'm loving making it for you. So if you guys like this video, please do leave us a comment down below, hit subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. If you like the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, don't like the video. Let us know. But that's all I have for you true believers today. Bye bye!